May ask, how is it like being the student council president?
Well, to put it simply, it's been difficult, right? Everything is moving so fast. There are a lot of tasks, and you need to adjust very, very quickly to everything that's coming your way, whether it be in project management or in communicating with fellow council officers or with other with people from the administration. Yeah, you have to be very tenacious, and I've learned that in a lot of ways. But so far, we're doing good, and I've learned a lot.
I know na maraming responsibilities yan. It's very stressful, but it's very fulfilling at the same time. But can you share with us how you manage your time as a student and as a student leader as well?
To be honest, sobrang hirap niya since nga super adjust din sa lahat ng new setup, ganyan. So, pero I think ang ginawa ko lang is you really have to schedule your time. Kailangan mo siyang i-divide kung ano naman yung priorities mo. So I think yun din talaga yung naging key kung paano na-survive yung past 2 terms with ACADS and orgs plus yung SC. So yun.
So now moving forward, as you approach the last term, and especially for you, the seniors, what can the student body and the Lasallian community expect from you and the council in the coming months?
Okay, so I actually remember this question from last year. I was thinking about it na parang last year kasi we had a lot of projects lined up for the 3rd term, and one of it was yung switch for STEM. And dala ko pa rin yung pagka-strand representative ko. So these coming months, I think you can expect a lot of these strand-based activities that I'm helping push forward rin. So that's one thing that I'm really excited about for the 3rd term.
There's a lot. When I say a lot of projects, there's a lot of projects. Kung nagpahinga kami ng bandang December to January, tuloy-tuloy na yung galaw natin for the rest of the school year. For every month, there's gonna be 1 or 2 or more projects, and we couldn't be more excited to present them to you. But for now, let's just wait for more announcements as the details get finalized. But yeah, it's definitely something to look out for.
Now, alam ko namang close kayo sa isa't isa, pero how would you describe working with a complete roster of student council officers for the first time?
Actually, it feels more whole, ganon. Kasi before when we plan things, kunyari, the months, di ba we have strand months? Parang we have one person to tap sa ADP and SPP lang. Tapos one of them is grade 11 pa. So parang as seniors nga, at the same time, exec member nga ng council, parang at one point parang sabihin mo, sana nandiyan na si ganyan, no? Kung sino man yung position na yan. Kasi parang mas hindi hassle sa kanya mag-plan, mas din nila kung anong pwede i-suggest for their strands. Kasi at the end of the day, kahit sabihin natin, may representative na ganyan, may naka-fill in na ng post na ganyan, tapos konti na lang. Parang makikita mo pa rin yung kakulangan na parang may madagdag pa, ano.
On that note, which projects of this school year that you have helped manage, of course, do you think have been successful and why?
So for this year, lahat naman ng projects nagtutulong-tulong kami, but the project na I handled myself is yung Peso Sense together with Mikey, our auditor. So it was about financial literacy, and I think it was successful because nakakuha naman tayo ng mga credible na speakers, and nakakuha din tayo ng mga partnership. And at first, I am only expecting na 50 persons lang yung a-attend. Pero nung naganap yung event, natutuwa ako kasi more than 150 yung attendees, which is more than yung what is expected. And meron pang mga tao na nasa live stream, and which is a good number kasi for an online event, iniisip ko noon, baka walang interest yung student body, so baka hindi sila a-attend. And for me, mas successful siya kasi may mga tao naman na natuto about sa finances. So, I think yun naman yung goal nung event. So, ayun.
as a council, how are you able to manage any challenges that you may have encountered so far in this online setup?
Ayun nga, you really have to communicate with your council mates, and if you need help talaga, they will guide you through it naman, lalo na yung mga seniors. And ayun, I think yun lang talaga yung key dun eh. Parang you have to ask for help and for guidance from them kung kailangan mo talaga, kasi you really cannot do it alone.
It's a lot of meetings. No, it's a lot of discussion. Parang I remember like when I was before running for council, I used to wonder like bakit ang tagal ng mga meeting, 'di ba? Pero now that I'm here, I come to realize that there's really a lot to talk about, and it's that open dialogue that helps get things fixed. Kailangan talaga nagko-communicate. What you think is what you think. It's okay if other people oppose it, but if ever mag-oppose, you can eventually come to a compromise, no? So that's a general response in whatever challenges there are. We discuss it, we look for a way to fix it, we agree on that, tapos yun na yung magiging action namin.
But we know that as we go forward, we continue to learn and improve together. For you, which areas do you think the council can still improve on further?
Given that this online setup has imposed many challenges for the council, I believe that the area that we could definitely improve in is inclusion. When it comes to projects, sometimes we've been very restricted or limited, limiting the specific project to a specific strand or curating this program for a specific group of people. And I think what we can do as a council is to create more programs that is inclusive in terms of having the student body be included in the creative process, being part of the discussion in what activities they want.
I think we still have a long way to go in regards to communicating with the student body itself. We are, of course, utilizing the online platform right now, and so there's still a lot to be done in that front. However, because of the way that there are certain safeguards that we have to take into consideration, especially from the administration, it's a given that we are in this predicament right now. However, I think that is exactly why we need to empower the leaders to be able to know what it is that they have to address when they are elected into office, and also when they're planning their programs and activities.
So as a follow-up question, what do you think is one valuable lesson that you learned that you think should be applied for future projects of the SC?
So for me, one thing na pwede pa i-apply sa mga future events is yung belief na everything is possible, lalo na if gusto mo talaga siyang mangyari. Kasi sa student council, hindi lahat ng plano mo ma-approve, hindi lahat ng proposal mo papayagan. So kung gusto mo talagang gawin yung isang bagay, make sure na gagawin mo yung best mo, gagawin mo yung mga dapat mong gawin para ma-push pa yung admins na i-approve yung project. Kasi lahat naman ng projects na hinahain sa SC is for the betterment of the student body. So, if alam mo na makakatulong siya sa student body, so go for it.
So to carry on, what do you think is the most challenging part of being a student council officer, and what is the best?
That's a good question. I think truly the biggest challenge would be the learning curve. Because going into the student council, you will be required to do certain things to be able to try and create the change that you would want to make. And it will truly be a compromise if you are presented this type of infrastructure of the system and you are unable to grasp with it or try and work with it. And so I think that is one of the biggest challenges that I face, and I think that other student leaders will also face. But the biggest reward to that is, of course, when you'll be able to think of ways that you can help already. And I think that's one of the biggest takeaways I got from serving, because once you saw the system for what it is, you'll be empowered to truly try and change it and help it to progress in a certain way. And so I think that is one thing that I would say is a big opportunity for me, and something that I think that I will really work on.
We know that you, along with the rest of the student council members, really pour in your heart to everything that you do. Nagki-curious kami, Miss Jace, what motivates you to continue being a student leader?
Para sa akin, actually, what motivates me is yung feeling of fulfillment na nagawa mo to sa kapwa mo. I mean, but for some, it's cliche actually, pakinggan. Pero, every time someone chats me, kahit di ko kilala, parang nagtatanong lang na, clarification lang po sa ganito. Parang nakakatuwa lang na you're reaching out to me kasi as a public relations officer, I should build that na tingin mo approachable ako, nakala ko sagutin yung mga queries mo. I mean, sometimes kahit di ko sagot, like kunyari, sa Lasal, hindi naman ako part ng admin, so hinintay ko pa yung sagot. Parang for me, sobrang fulfilling lang na in a way na ako yung point person nila, na parang, ayan, sure ako, may makuha akong sagot dyan na reliable.
I think although it sounds very cliche, what really drives me to continue to be part of the student council is my passion for leadership. It's definitely what keeps me going in times when even I doubt myself and my capabilities as a leader. You know, this passion, it fuels my drive to serve the student body. And in that passion, you realize na it's not just about you. It's not just about what you want. In the end, it's what's best for the student body. And that passion drives me to becoming the leader that the student body voted for.
Okay, so for the last question, in one sentence, how would you want Student Council academic year 2020 to 2021 to be remembered by the Lasallian community?
Alright, in a continuous effort to provide the best possible kind of service, the Student Council has broken ground in the new online setup while envisioning a militant, proactive community that acts in times of crisis.
One sentence, I think DLSU SHS SC 2020 to 2021 is a trailblazer. I think good.
All for the love of you. To the student body na rin.
I want the Lasallian community to remember our council as a council who conquered the circumstances that this pandemic has definitely imposed in the education sector. I want them to remember how we managed and how we worked together towards providing the student body the kind of leadership that they rightfully deserve. Thank you.
I want the SC to be remembered as a set of leaders who are progressive.
I want the Lasallian community or the student body to remember the council this year as people that listened to them and became one with them talaga.
I want the student body to remember the student council as one of tribulation, but also of great achievement.
We are thrilled to see what the student council has in store for the rest of the academic year.
We wish you and the rest of the student council the best of luck.